morning and welcome to Juice and Java, Syracuse University's only morning talk show. I'm Jessica Mendelson.
I'm Jamie Weiss.
And I'm Kayla Spector.
This is Kayla's first time hosting with us on Juice and Java, so we just wanted to welcome you on.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Yay!
Yeah.
So
it's nice to finally have you, and it's finally fall here in Syracuse.
Finally fall. I'm very excited, even though it only happened for a few days so far.
Hopefully this week it'll go back to fall and not be winter.
Yeah. Well, especially coming from Texas, that's one of the things that's nice about coming up to Central New York is you actually get to see seasons. Where I'm from, you literally have summer where it lasts forever, and then overnight turns into winter. You don't have fall, you don't have leaves changing colors, you don't have nice temperature where it's about 60s and 70s. It goes from hot to freezing.
Yeah,
so.
all my sweaters are finally out. I'm all for fall.
I love it. I love wearing my boots, my scarves, my sweaters.
I know you're the pumpkin spice latte fan.
Yes. Do you guys like them?
I'm not.
I have like mixed feelings. You know, I read a thing that Hillary Clinton does not like pumpkin spice lattes, and it's because of the calorie count of all things.
But you can't really worry about that. It tastes so good, and when Starbucks has them out again, you have to go and at least get one.
And isn't there a new one?
Yeah,
this
it's
fall?
the toasted graham latte. I haven't tried it, but I'm a big cinnamon person, so maybe I'll give it a try.
I always just go for the classic hot chocolate whenever I'm really
that's always
feeling
good.
that I need
love
something.
hot chocolate.
And we're kind of in that interim right now with school where it's not exactly the beginning. We're not at midterms yet, so it's a nice kind of still a calm period. I mean, how are you feeling gearing up towards the end of the month?
I mean, it's been kind of nice. October is a crazy busy month for all of us with anything from midterms to parents' weekend, homecoming, but it's just nice to kind of take a break, enjoy the changing leaves and everything.
A lot of exciting things happening.
There are a lot of exciting things happening. Well, coming up, some of our Juice and Java reporters went out and talked to people on campus about what they'd like to do for fun without a car, so let's take a look.
Today we're in the Shine Center and we're asking students their favorite thing to do on campus.
The connective corridor is all right. I used to take it down to the warehouse as a freshman. Sometimes they lie about their schedule though, so just wait at the bus stop and wing it.
I hate it. It's not very often that the buses get you, and if you miss it, you miss it. And when it's cold, you're just standing there and
I use the connecting corridor a little bit. I don't go around a lot because really doesn't advertise what we could actually do around there. It's kind of it goes downtown, but it's if you get left there stranded, you gotta get the taxi back. So
what I really like to do on campus that doesn't involve a car is walking down Marshall Street and going to all the businesses there. Chipotle, obviously, Insomnia. It's always fun to just get off campus but still be on campus.
Right. I like going to a lot of the UU shows, Shine Underground, Juice Jam, and also like going to the Westcott and the F Shed.
Marshall Street, Calio's, Chipotle.
I love Funkin' Waffles, and there's this Indian restaurant. They always have buffets.
So back in the day when I was a freshman or a sophomore, me and my friends would always like to rent zip cars and travel either to the mall, usually for food, Taco Bell, Popeyes, because the dining hall wasn't always the best option.
Well, the zip car is really great because you can rent it by the hour. So if, let's say, there's an errand I need to do, I need to go to Target or something, or I need to go to the mall, I have the flexibility to rent the car and go to those places.
As you can see, it's pretty easy to get around without a car. This is Jordan Weisberg, Juice and Java.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. Kayla and I are joined here by Lena Pisano, who's the PR director for Zipped Magazine on the SU campus. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks
so,
for being
Lena,
with us.
Fall. What should we be wearing?
Well, it's not completely cold yet, so you can definitely pair some vests with some flannels. That's definitely a popular trend, and it doesn't have to be a furry vest like this. It could be a utility vest or an excursion vest from J. Crew, as well as we always love oversized sweaters, and this is where I think comfort completely trumps fashion just because it completely, is all over, but they're so comfortable. And then as well as plaid, always in. some statement
very
necklaces.
cute.
Very comfortable. Darker colors, obviously. And then as well as I've been seeing a lot of these cloak poncho type things, definitely the fringe, and then cute statement hats as well.
So plaid is definitely the trend this year.
Yes, as well. I mean, it was last year, but you just can't go wrong.
So for college students on a budget, how can we find cute fall gear?
Well, if you don't have a budget to just completely go out and blow all your money on a shopping spree, you can kind of do some monochromatic dressing, do some color grouping. For example, wear a neutral sweater with a light gray scarf, some light kind of boyfriend jeans, and that just pulls the outfit together and makes you look very put together for class.
So say we've got a vest, we've got a scarf, sweater. How can we differentiate it day in, day out? So those same 3 pieces, changing it up.
Yeah, well, definitely I would say accessories are all about it, and they're always less expensive. For example, a hat, a necklace, just to kind of bring the outfit to a different level.
Okay.
So what are the colors that are kind of in this year? I know we talked about plaid, but color-wise, what should we be aiming for?
Well, definitely kind of forest green tones, as well as this dark burgundy.
Yeah, because I see we've got the fur on the vest.
Exactly. Red, always a favorite.
Awesome, awesome. Well, if we want to find more fall fashions, what should we be looking at?
Check out Zipped Magazine on Instagram @ZippedMag for all the latest fashion happenings on campus.
All right.
All right. So thank you, Lena, for
thank
all of
you,
your
Taylor, for
wardrobe
modeling.
tips. And up next, to go along with your fall wardrobe, we'll be looking at some makeup tips after the break.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Welcome back. We're joined by Maddie Trosper, beauty expert. So she's going to show us a little of her makeup routine and how it goes with our fall trends and our nice fall wardrobe.
Thank you for having me.
So Maddie, what makeup are we putting on today?
Today I'm using a mixture of like Maybelline, Clinique, like Too Faced, you know, popular brands, but they're all like standard. You just pick your whatever you think is your favorite, like, look. I don't know. But this I'm using like higher end makeup today. So I'm gonna start by applying, this is like a copper tone base, and this is just like a regular eyeshadow brush, nothing too fancy. The great thing about it though is it's double-ended, so you have like the base applicator and then like the smoke on the other side. You can just kind of like, you don't need a lot of brushes for this. Honestly, like YouTube tutorials, very helpful, lots of like, you can look online, like look up the trends, look up the tips. Honestly, just trying to practice your makeup is like the best way that you can get better at makeup. And like, that's the #1 way to like really get the level of makeup you want on your own face.
Why did you decide to do a YouTube channel with makeup? Why are you so passionate about makeup?
I've always been into it, even as a little girl, and then like as I grew older, I just kind of wanted to be better at the techniques and like know how to do looks on myself that I saw other like celebrities rocking. So I think it's just become like something that I'm really passionate about.
That's really cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Maddie, for being here, and thanks, Jamie, for modeling our makeup. And up next, we are roaming around with Remy at Shackathon.
I'm here on the quad for the 8th annual Shackathon at Syracuse University. And even though it's a little bit rainy, people are still out here to support. So I'm going to talk to some students and see what's really going on. So what org are you here with for Shackathon?
I'm here representing Orange Seeds.
I'm with FIP, First Year Players. Did you build the shack?
Well, I wasn't actually part of the construction process, but I am enjoying the product that my fellow group members created.
Well, it was really fun. We had a lot of people from the org here, so we just all had groups. We had shifts of maybe 4 or 5 people at a time. We had people painting, we had people building. We got recycled cans that actually put shingles on the roof, so it wouldn't be weatherproof because we know it wouldn't be raining today.
Have you been sleeping in the shack?
Oh, I didn't actually do that because I am an international student, so I didn't bring like sleeping bags or any tools with me to sleep outside.
I've probably been in the shack for around 30 hours this week. We have curtains, and it's weatherproof, so it's nice and dry, and there's always great people to sit and chat with.
It's pretty roomy in there, and it's got good Wi-Fi.
It's got, you said better than in your room, right?
Yeah. It's surprisingly good out here in the open.
What is your least favorite part?
Well, the night I stayed here on Sunday night, and it was really cold. It was really windy, which I mean I suppose is part of the Shackathon too. You know, to experience what it's like. But I was also woken up by people doing push-ups outside my window.
Ooh, I think maybe now, you know, it's raining, and you know we had to be in the shack, and it's really hot in there, so it gets a little uncomfortable, but it's fun. Well, I think for me especially is how we get to use it as an opportunity to bond with my group members, because we're all we just became part of this group like a week ago.
Takedown for Shackathon is October 1st. I'm Remington Bennett for Juice and Java, and this is Roaming Around with Remy.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome to our Juice and Java a cappella preview. I'm here with the president of Orange Appeal, Dominic Bucheri, and the music director of OttoTunes, Nick Godzak. Guys, thanks for being here
today.
Thanks
for having us.
So to start off, can you tell us a little about your positions within the groups and maybe some of the signature style that your groups have?
Well, as president, I kind of oversee, I run the rehearsal process and make sure everybody's there. I talk to the people whenever we're booking performances. That's kind of my thing. That's what I do. Our style, I think we're more of, we love our throwbacks. We really love our throwbacks, so that we tend to do a lot of those. But you know, it's nice to keep things new and fresh.
Very nice. Nick, what about you?
So my role, I'm the music director of OttoTunes. So my primary job is to kind of pick the rep that we're going to do. I listen to the songs over and over. I create arrangements, and then I teach it to the group. Which is always stressful but a lot of fun. Our style, we kind of bounce back and forth. We've done everything from Paramore ballads to Hillary Duff. So we cover a lot. I would say that our kind of sound is more indie alternative. Those are the songs that we really love to sing.
So appealing to a large audience.
Mm-hmm.
Now what about your clothing style? I know each group is very distinct.
Orange Appeal's uniform was kind of conceived when the group was conceived in 1997. So that's why we looked like we're from the 90s, because we are dressed from the 90s.
That's interesting to know.
Yeah.
We're the youngest group on campus. We're only about 4 years old, and we didn't really have a set attire. We used to do black, white, gray formal wear, and we thought, oh yeah, that's cool. And then we thought, it'd be really cool, orange pants. And so now our attire is, if we're not wearing our blue O t-shirts, it's a white button down, navy tie, and orange pants. And so we kind of pop on stage.
Very nice. Okay, so speaking to your two groups, your style really reflects that. So I was in chorus in high school, as I'm sure many of you and the people in your groups were, but that's very different from a cappella. So can you talk about the transition from what it was like to now what's different about it?
Yeah, I think at least from a music director standpoint, I have a wide mix of ability level within my group. So I have people that are music majors who, take sight singing courses every single day. And then I have people who've never read a piece of music in their life. The way that it works, so for OttoTunes, we kind of do, especially because our show is coming up so quickly, it's essentially trial by fire. So part of it is I will do arrangements that if I know that someone's on a specific part, I make it a little bit easier for them, so they start learning how to sight read, and then as the year goes on, I make the music a little bit more complex. But we all come in, and the main effort is to create one homogeneous group sound, which I think we do pretty well.
You agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Excuse me. And I think there's just for going from choir in high school to a cappella, it's much more performance oriented, and I think it's a lot more fun to watch than it is to go to your siblings' chorus concert.
Oriented, but is it like it is in the movies, Pitch Perfect, those kinds of things?
It's exactly the same.
Exactly, nothing's different.
No, it's actually really creepy how well they did it.
They did a really good job.
Yeah.
I would think that there's some misconceptions, but that's good to know about it. So
the a lingo came from the movie, but now it's part of a cappella. Yeah. So now we have to do it.
Okay, so what are your rehearsal schedules like, especially coming up to big shows that I know are going on very soon?
Orange Appeal rehearses 3 times a week. We tend to do it at night, so we do it like 9:30 to 11, so we don't interfere with classes. But we try to keep it as structured as possible so guys can plan their schedules when they're like registering for classes. For the next semester, we keep it in the same spot all the time.
Yeah, we don't do that. We do a giant doodle poll at the beginning of every year just to accommodate how many new members we have. But we also rehearse 3 times a week, 2 full group rehearsals and then 1 sectional. So that sectional is I'm leading one, and then another individual in the group who can play piano or can read music will lead another, and then we'll come together for that last hour. So it's about 5 contact hours a week with 1 hour separated.
Great. So something I want to touch on. I know mid-October we have A Cappella coming up. Can we talk about what that is? Let everybody know.
Yeah. So it started as an idea that OttoTunes kind of created, well, this was our 3rd year, so 3 years ago. There's a lot of stigma, I think, surrounding both men's and women's health issues, especially, testicular cancer. I mean, it affects men ages 18 to 35, and, the college-aged male kind of falls in that category. So we ended up partnering with the Testicular Cancer Foundation, which I think does a really great job of very lightheartedly approaching this issue. And so I thought that we thought, OttoTunes at the time, that it would be a good idea to have an all-male a cappella review to kind of bring a little bit more awareness to this through a philanthropic concert.
And we were just lucky enough that they asked us to be a part of it. And so now it's in the 3rd year, it's like something that we all look forward to every year, and it's a staple of a cappella now.
Great. Guys, thank you so much for being with us today. Up next, we are going to listen to these 2 fabulous groups.
1, 2, 3. Another day is going by. I'm thinking about you all the time. Stare out there, and I'm here waiting. And I wrote this letter in my head. So many things were left unsaid. Now you're gone, and I can't think straight. This could be one last chance to make you understand. I do and now, maybe after all these years, if this may have no fears, I'll be here, I'll be waiting, this could be the one last chance to make you understand, and I just can't let you leave me once again. I do everything.
I gave you the key when the door wasn't open. Just admit it. See, I gave you faith, turn your doubt into hope, and can't deny it. Now I'm all alone and my joys turn them open. Tell me, where are you now that I need you? Where are you now? Where are you now that I need you? Couldn't find you anywhere. When you broke down, I didn't leave ya. I was by your side. Where are you now that I need you? 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 I gave you attention when nobody else is paying. Oh, I give you the shirt off my back, what you saying? To keep you warm. I showed you the game everybody else is playing. That's for sure. And I was on my knees when nobody else is praying. Oh. Where are you now that I need ya? Where are you the most? Where are you now that I need you? Where are you now that I need you? Where are you now that I need you? I need you the most.
Hi, I'm Jordan. And I'm Lauren. And welcome to this week's episode of How to Survive College. This week, we're going to teach you all about how to survive your classes. So let's get started. Tip number 1 is print out your syllabuses before class starts and highlight all the important dates. It's really easy to get distracted through all of your readings, and if you highlight where all your exams are, you'll see when your busy weeks are, when exams might fall on the same day, so you can plan ahead, study beforehand, so you're not really cramming the night before. Tip number 2 is to get a planner. My planner saves me throughout the entire semester. It is my number 1 tip for staying organized, especially in college. Like Lauren said, go ahead and highlight all of your tests in your syllabus, but then write it down in your planner so you know exactly what you have to do that week. Also, you can write down all your homework assignments, your reading, and even things you have to do throughout the day that don't have to do with school, so you can keep your life really organized and you have a plan for every single day. Tip number 3 is to start a study group. It's so helpful to study and do homework when you have people in the class that you can do it with. So, if you have friends in class, great, start a group text, meet at the library and study together. But if you don't, reach out to kids in your class. Blackboard has the list of all the students with their emails that are in the same class as you. So don't feel weird reaching out. I'm sure everyone wants to study together. You can share notes, help each other, and test each other on things so you guys can both ace the exam. Also, it's really fun, and if you're a freshman, it is a great way to meet new people. Tip number 4 is to write all your notes down instead of using a computer. I know that a lot of professors let you use your computer in class, which is really awesome if you're super bored, but if you actually want to retain the information, I think it's most beneficial to write your notes down using a pen and paper. You remember the information so much better, and it keeps you from getting distracted from going on Facebook or Pinterest or anything else you can do during class on your computer. Just having your notebook keeps you solely focused on the class and the information. Tip number 5 is to go to office hours. I know going to speaking your professor one-on-one may be intimidating, but they're there to help you. It's their job, and also you can learn so much more when you're just talking to your professor one-on-one. If you have questions or you're confused on something during lecture, just start and go to office hours and they'll explain everything to you. They can go through the PowerPoints, go over homework or quizzes or questions you got wrong, and you'll feel so much more confident about going into the class. And you never know if your professor could help you down the line, with writing a recommendation, or if you need to network with something that they've done in the past. So it's always a good idea to have your professor know who you are, and it'll help you ace your exams. Hopefully these tips help you survive your classes, and we will see you next week on How to Survive College.
Welcome back. We're ending our show on a bit of a different note this time with a really great fall tradition that so many people take part in around this time of year, around Halloween. So we'll be carving pumpkins.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I carved pumpkins all the time when I was little. I stopped probably when I got into high school, and I thought I was too cool to carve pumpkins with my parents, but it was always so fun seeing people come up when they were trick-or-treating. We had them all lined up on haystacks, and we all got into like really intricate designs. I love it.
Yeah, we definitely did it growing up, and I like how we all kind of have different ways of carving pumpkins today. Jess is doing the real official way of doing it. We'll turn our pumpkins around real fast to show you what we're doing.
I am carving a minion pumpkin, so all you do is I look up online just a template for a pumpkin, and then you tape it onto the flattest surface of the pumpkin, and then you take a little tool from a pumpkin carving kit and you poke along all of the black parts that are the parts that's going to be cut out from the pumpkin and outlined. So
one of the members of Juice and Java drew a beautiful Otto on my pumpkin, so I'm going to try to carve that.
I can learn a lot from this because I've never carved a pumpkin, so I'll just be drawing on mine.
Yes.
It might not turn out as good,
yeah,
but that's
so
okay.
All I did so far is all you're doing is you're taking this and you're poking little holes all along the pumpkin, so along the outline of it, so that you can make sure you really get the shape. And you just need to poke it so it makes it a lot easier to cut it when you're using all of the little tools to cut it out. And then it always looks really cool with the lights and everything when you're putting them on display for the end of fall.
Well, mine was supposed to look like Otto, be orange and blue, but apparently blue turns out as black on pumpkins, so.
But it's definitely been a great show. I know. I mean, Jess, we've been doing this for a while, and we always love the a cappella groups.
I mean, I've been fortunate enough to be with the a cappella groups a lot of times. It's just one of my favorite things. I love listening to all their new songs and having them come on. They're just great groups of people, and I love listening to their different sets today.
They always sound amazing.
Yes.
Their song choices are always great.
Yes.
And it was nice to have Maddie and Lena come on the show and talk to us about fall fashion and beauty and makeup. And I know I always appreciate whenever they come on, because it's nice to see like what's in this year, what we should be wearing, and all of that.
No, it was really good. And then the makeup trends, too, getting to see all of that. It's definitely some good tips that we can all, I know everybody
definitely helpful.
Learn from, definitely.
All right.
See, I'm learning from you now.
You're learning from me?
All right, we're getting into the hard carving.
Quite up
so
to
you can
par.
see what I've been doing. I took off my template and has all these little holes poked into it. And so now you just take your carving tool. You can it makes it a lot easier to go along the outline, so you start to get the shape of the thing that you're trying to get. How is your Otto coming out, Kayla?
Not very well.
Not very well. It's a happy face on a pumpkin. Let's see. Let's show everybody.
Well, I haven't really finished yet, but
I'll show you mine in a sec. I need to finish this eye.
It's
Otherwise,
a work
it's
in progress. I mean, you can just draw a little Syracuse S on it, outline it, since it's already the color of our school. So that's
might as well make
convenient.
it more school spirited.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you guys all so much. Let's see if no, still not cut all the way.
Well,
Well,
right.
I tried. I was struggling a little bit, but be sure to follow us on all of our social media. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, where we're going to post our finished pumpkins. Check out our YouTube channel for all the rest of these Juice and Java episodes and extras. And thank you guys for tuning in today. It's been a great show.
I'm Jessica Mendelson.
I'm Jamie Weiss.
And I'm Kayla Spector.